Good morning and welcome back to Nathan's Garage from Mexico City. Nothing stops videos going up nowadays. I just want to say thank you so much again to everybody for engaging with the channel, liking, subscribing, commenting. I love having a back and forth with you guys. And all of the links should be working now. I'm also looking into memberships and different options on Patreon to have more engagement with you guys. Now, the project is entering a really exciting phase because small jobs are making big differences and the look of the truck is changing very quickly right now. So, on that note, let's get on.
I'm feeling thoroughly cooked. Just brought it in. I figured while the back of the car was here, I just shortened the back of the frame by 6 inches. Just reused what was already there. Steel is so expensive, I'm going to try and reuse whatever I can. Right, put it away and cool down.
The morning after the panic fit. Alright, game plan. We are going to be losing A-pillars. I never realised that they are a completely separate entity to the sill. I'm going to keep the sill because I love keeping this thing here, but these are just spot welded. 1, 2, couple more, 3, 4, chop along the top here, obviously, wiring off, and then I'm going to just weld some stanchions here-ish to the floor, same on the other side to support it, and then both the A-pillars can come off.
Well, that was definitely more of an ordeal than I expected. There we go. So this is a separate entity down here. That is the sill, which for now I'm going to keep. Let's see how it goes. And then this was all paper thin, so I filled it in with weld. It's mountable, it's fine. So we'll chop the end of that off. Just put a rod there and a rod down there. So we will kind of chop that top rail off definitely. But it's nearly 100 degrees and I am flagging today. So that is going to be it. So fender back on, and then we will be doing that to the other side in a couple of days. Closer, definitely closer. Unfortunately, logistics are really playing a part right now because the whole steering column is an issue. It needs to come down. I just want to keep coming down until I'm happy that all the AC is not going to be like stuck out underneath the dash so much. I need to get rid of all this. I thought the top bar going would be enough, but it's not, which is a bummer. And then I reckon probably taking the 2 inches off the back, I'd say. Something like that. Right, got a bum up my arse and thought let's see if we can get this further on today. So we have trimmed these front fenders more so the cab can go further forward, and basically zip tied all this in. And we have the new improved steering column supports. Lovely. And then everything else, as far as I can tell, is plugged in, and I should be able to thread my foot through there to the brake. Gas, never thought about gas, but let's see. I really hope I'm not pissing off the neighbours too much by hacking the hell out of this cab on the street and the car. We got a bit done. Got some rust chopped out. Got a new A-pillar in this side. Saved the cab step. And on the other side, the rusty cab step that you just saw was this one. So this side got A-pillar and cab step. Needs, as you can see, there's a hole down there. It needs rear cab corners. But I'm not going to do that until I put it on the truck because I don't exactly know where I want this cut. These are both rough cuts just to get it on the Vic. The next steps for getting it on the Vic is we're going to be chopping the bottom of that, just for now, to get it down onto the car to see where we are at. And I have been using Steel It, which is amazing. So it's just so nice to be able to just bare metal stuff, paint it. Let's see if I can show you this, and then just paint the inside. So that's all painted, so I'm going to cap this off now. As in that there. I'm going to cap that off to the two verticals, basically to the edges of the door. That'll give the rockers strength. I'm going to leave that area open because I don't know how that's going to interact with the Vic. Leave that until it's on so I can do the cab corners. And then I think what I'm going to do is, one of these bars, I need to take them out because I want to weld it across the back there, because that's all really flimsy. And height-wise, I think that's good. Taking a bit of a chance. So that's that. And then we paint removed one of the fenders. And I've just kind of blasted it with some Rust-Oleum. And then I'll probably do a couple coats of it, messy coats, and then start sanding it to try and look like the bedsides. We'll see how successful we are on that. Right, these are the interior panels for the rockers. And I'm kind of on a tight arse drive for this truck. I'm using whatever I've got. So this was two joined together, and that's a complete one. Yeah, I want to try and use what I have around the house to build it. A-pillar, rocker, filler panel, done on this side, and done on this side. Slightly different tack on this side. Obviously I had those two pieces of metal. Seriously, when it's not a plane, it's a helicopter. The crims must be out. Come on. Yeah, so with this cab step being original, I made the two panels exactly the same size. Obviously you can see the join there of that one, because we put two pieces of metal together. But there's no plug welds on the bottom of this one. It's just welds on the bottom to the lip. Nice. So cover it in this stuff now and crack on tomorrow. We had some really strong winds lately, and that tree loves to dump pine needles everywhere. Now, I had two of these things over the car, and it was kind of covered. And then they both blew away, headed down the street, and smacked into two other cars. So this one has been strapped down, and they only had one. So in the recent rains, this has been the setup. Just uncovering it today, and you know, she's definitely had a, let's say, a wet life. Drilled some holes in the floor so it would drain itself, and I guess we're going to go and see if it works today, because we're getting pretty close to another fitting on the fitting driveway. So let's see. At this point, I really do hope to myself that it's going to fit. I think I may have 6 inches on both. No, including front to back. So 3 on the front, 3 on the back. Well, it's usually a good moment when the garage is like this. The project is at this point because it gets inside. I've not got a huge rigmarole of driving in and out and getting the crane out every single time. So I can just get it on to all axle stands and start to trim away and get it exactly where I need it. So let's see if it fits.
Come on, baby. Had to move it over. Need to do the clothes washing. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.